this journey, thankfully, God has been kind. I got a great team members. So whatever I am today, I'm because of my team members. They put their heart and soul the way I put in my work. So they are equally passionate. And irrespective of, any geography, somebody sitting in London, somebody sitting in Ireland, somebody is in Canada, we all, find a mutual time to sit together to co-create things. So that passion is matchless.
Oh my God, Seema, you've covered so much in this answer. First of all, the very blessed to have a mentor like that who gave you the right advice at the right time and made you understand that you can always make a difference. It doesn't have to be in one particular way. And that's how you got into counseling. But you're talking mental health now, where everyone is open about it. People acknowledge, especially post pandemic, during the pandemic, people realize that mental health is an issue that we are not addressing. But you went into mental health long before that. Now, the time pre pandemic, pandemic, post pandemic, what have you noticed about mental health and the awareness and the openness towards it, and any story that you have or stories that you have which you feel you can share here?
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Lovely question, Rashmi. If I ask, if I tell you honestly, the first 5 years were very, very difficult. Not that people were not acknowledging our work, but they were not ready to pay for it. I have done, so many FOC free of cost workshops for 5 years because I knew my, goal and my commitment, and I knew the one day world will understand. See, awareness works very beautifully. You remember we used to have so many AIDS cases before. Now with awareness, it has been, declining for years now. So that was very clear to me that, my efforts will not go into vain. One day world will realize what I am doing is priceless. And initially, of course, I did not have much knowledge about it. And my client used to ask me, Seema, what should be the cost of this program? I always used to say what I do is priceless. So what you can pay, you decide it. It is about your affordability. It is not about the quality and the price. I can't put any price to my work. Whatever you suggest, we are okay with this because we are on a mission. So that's how, the clients keep adding to our kitty. But yes, there is a huge difference. Before, if I talk about corporate first, in corporates, EAP was just a tick mark before. Post pandemic, people have realized that reactive mental health solutions would not support any organization, but still there is a long way because people think wellness is an arm of the organization, whereas mental wellness particularly, is the core of any organization, because we don't deal with robots, we deal with human. And as we grow, we are not doing nothing, we're just handling others ego. And to handle others, it is so important to become self-aware first. If you're not aware, you can't be aware about the environment. And that's where mental well-being on an individual level is highly, highly important. There are certain organizations which are recognizing it, and results are phenomenal. But yes, there is a cost country because people still think wellness strategy is a HR strategy, or it is engagement or something. No, no, it is a business strategy. Wellness strategy is your business strategy. It will decide how long you will sustain beautifully and remain profitable. But world will take some time. Of course, awareness has increased. Earlier once I'm coming to, teenagers. Earlier teenagers used to say to their parents they are not doing well. First, first they never had that courage to go back to their parents. Now with awareness, even if they are going to their parents, parents used to discard it. But now parents try to bring them. The best part is in pandemic, we were working with the Haryana and UP government. Used to get maximum calls from teenagers. How COVID had impacted teenager is still, so underrated. We think that phase had got over. But working with teenagers, we are realizing that how much painful, it is for them. Remember, I just say I never used to feel belong to any place. Children are going through the same phase. They have been, confined in one room. They have lost connect with their parents. They are meeting different people on internet, but probably wrong people as well. And digital detox is which is very very high. Virtual autism is coming on surface. So that's where I spoke to so many clinicians, so many leaders, and myself. We all collated our coping strategy. How did we manage your teenage, including some physical wellness, mental wellness, emotional wellness, mindfulness, yoga. That's where we have curated a 3 days residential program only dedicated to teens, because they are going through a lot. We really wish them to live in a year, a place where there is no internet. It is just they are in nature, and going back to inside, understanding self, and building better relationship with their parents, and preparing themselves for the future. So college is not going to be easy. Of course, job, as a parent, we can protect them in school and college, but what after that? I won't write to her HR that treat my daughter well. So that's what this pain was very much there, and I thought this is a huge area to address. So we started by MHA, which is Young Mental Health Advocate Program, in pandemic only. After successful programs, we have delivered around 4 or 5 virtual batches. So then we started the advanced courses in a residential program, and it is running also. The next batch is coming on 28th May. So we are trying to support children as much as we can do. But despite all saying that, Rashmi, there is a long way to go to mental health. Once it is coming to mental health, we are so restricted with anxiety and depression. But there is so much beyond that. And my agenda, my mission is that before you fall that side of that borderline of mental health, prevent yourself much before. So that's why we are really living in a blessed world where now people are acknowledging ancient sciences again. They are acknowledging meditation, mindfulness, and even life coaching. This also helps to reduce self stigma. It's the social stigma attached to mental health is still prevalent. So instead, people might prefer to go to a life coach than a psychologist or a psychiatrist. That's not a bad beginning, I think. So it's good that at least everybody is thinking about, talking about well-being. That itself is a huge achievement.
Yeah.
And the second, I think the support right now the government is putting on these initiative is also very high. So thankfully, this is evident. The digitization of Indian economy is so beautiful. So these all support also from government is also helping us to reach out to grassroots and helping them individually in a low cost. So that's a plus point.